already, where we find ourselves connected to the heart and the mind. Indeed, it is the heart and the mind that incorporates and holds the multiplicity of our beingness until the multifaceted creation upon creation upon creations. Indeed, we are the mind of God, the aspect of that, as we are the heart of God. That point in creations of creations of creations, that indeed all life holds that aspect in its own expression, in its own way, in its evolutionary process. We say to you, beloveds, that you have developed in a most amazing and spectacular way the aspect of mind and heart. And in combination of that, it's great and powerful things that you do as divine co-creators. The combination of heart and mind, when aligned in single focus and purpose, is unstoppable. It reaches into a singularity so strong, so powerful. If you were aware of the harmonic between heart and mind, you would be aware of the capacity that you have to create peace and balance, not only in your individual lives, but in the lives of others. Indeed, there are those mighty ones, those great radiant beings that have taken mind and heart and integrated in such a way that it is an impact in enormous fields of consciousness. But let us walk individually with your heart and mind. And so we are here to say, to bring a divine synchronicity between the two, a divine alignment between heart and mind. Now we understand, beloveds, that it seems that the heart and mind can go in completely different directions. What you think and what you feel can be very different. The goal, beloveds, is to think and feel in one alignment. When you have mastered this, you are on your path to greater mastery of your own life, as well as assisting and helping others with theirs. We tell you first that indeed the breath is the great regulator. And we tell you now to use the breath as such. Even in those instances when you ponder and you try to figure out things, and in that moment, there is a sense of instability in that thinking process, we say to you to remember to breathe through everything. For indeed, it is the breath that's going to assist you in the divine correlation, symbiotic relationship between the heart and the mind. As sentient beings, you have the ability to bring forth and to master the many, many, many gifts you hold, but so many dormant. And indeed, we will tell you, beloveds, knowledge long lost. But we say to you in grateful joy that you have all that it takes within you. It's just a matter of knowing the information to bring back the wisdom once again. And it is these aspects of yourself, your higher self, that comes together with a sense of unifying the heart and mind together. We would not be able to speak of this topic of heart and mind coherence unless it was to a consciousness that was ready to receive it, and not only just to receive it, but to practice it as well. So we are going to work together as all those gather here now who love and support you so much. We first want to let you know of our great gratitude for all that you have done. And we know the road, beloveds, has not been easy. But yet here you are in a great unfoldment of your rising as the great phoenix, your great resurrection upon you, and your beloved hearts not only take the resurrection, but encompasses all others, because indeed that is your nature. So if there is anybody that should take and be able to utilize to the maximum the great power of mind and heart coherence, it is you. It is you who serve. We ask you now, beloveds, to breathe with us. Breathe the deep in-breath and out-breath that works for you, your own divine rhythm. Your body elemental will do this. Simply allow the body elemental to come into its perfect balance and into its perfect peace. And knowing that each in-breath and out-breath anchors you deeply into a perfect balance and a perfect peace. For what comes in, flows in, and expressions is the higher peace of the Azi Shalom. And as it moves into your divine sacred field, as all of us with the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love hold this field for you, simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, and have this higher peace that you long for, that you pray for, come in through you, around you, and expressed in you. And so you are now in a resident field of perfect balance and peace. We continue to breathe further and deeper. The body elemental orchestrating its most perfect rhythm. You become aware of the Azi Shalom like a mist around you that is able to move in and through around you. And in fact, you become aware of the fact that all of you breathes in and out. The divine in-breath and the divine out-breath is all consuming, not located to a particular organ or body system. Indeed, all aspects of yourself and the higher portions of yourself come into this divine coherence. And as if you could see yourself as a porous balloon that continues to expand. It is this enormity of your field that breathes in and out. And as this sacred in-breath and out-breath continues to incorporate, process, and integrate the Azi Shalom frequency that moves in, it is indeed the higher peace. And you are now transcendent of all worldly issues. You are tethered to the earth, but not of the earth and not in it. And in this sacred and holy space, we do our sacred work. Simply breathe as more and more family of light in all fields of consciousness become aware of this great downloading of the Azi Shalom. And as this great influx of divine holy code frequencies from the highest worlds of illumined radiant light, a distant memory to you, but a memory nonetheless. For indeed, you must understand, as part of your initiations in many lifetimes, for you to be who you are in this moment, you had experience with the higher peace of the Azi Shalom. You know what perfect balance and perfect peace is. You have touched this bliss, and it is encoded deep into your memory. It is coded deep into the strands of your DNA. And it's through the Azi Shalom, the higher peace of perfect balance, a peace that generates bliss, of great joy beyond the understanding of earthly emotion. And it is from this perspective of your outgoing consciousness that continues the in-breath and out-breath of the Azi Shalom frequency, expanding and radiating. We continue to breathe, indeed, beloveds, this most sacred and holy breath. We create, beloveds, a field of peace. And this field of peace now moves through the very grid lines of the sacred earth. We see from our breath, it moves into the atmosphere and the stratosphere of the crystalline matrices of this sacred planet. We send as Azi Shalom, the higher peace throughout the globe, penetrating into the upper atmosphere, the grid lines. And in so, it is clearing, it is cleansing, it is cleaning, and it is healing. So the flow of peace moves throughout the atmosphere grid lines of the sacred earth. And it is in this, in our envisioning and in our hearts, in our minds, that we become aware of the mind and the heart in this moment connected. Because indeed the mind is constructing, because the mind wants the peace and the heart feels the peace. And so in this moment, beloveds, become aware of the mind heart coherence that you are practicing and experiencing it now. Use this as a guideline, how you sense it and feel it to you, personalized. So in your regular daily affairs, you know the sensation by using the breath to bring in the benevolence of mind and heart. And it is in mind and heart we do this most powerful work. And indeed, beloveds, you hold a most powerful position, for you have taken on the body of the earth, and you have taken on the consciousness of the highest celestial realms of light. You are the bridge of heaven and earth. We continue our work, even as you feel, expand the energy that courses in, through, and around and expanding you, creating further and more radiant and more powerful and more anchored a field of peace. This field of peace continues and cannot be contained. It has totally surrounded Earth Mother, moving out in all directions through her grid lines, out into the cosmos, attracting even more radiant ones to assist and to support. But now we bring our attention and intention, remembering the love of our Earth Mother, remembering the bond of love, and we now see clearly to move the Azi Shalom codes of light into the grid systems, into her physical, mental, and emotional bodies. We guide this process in our minds as we hold the love for her, making it powerful and strong and lasting. And see the codes of light moving now upon the waters and the great continents. And we now move and do these points of contact, these grids that are within the earth, now being able to hold on and capture the Azi Shalom codes as we direct it in love of our Earth Mother. And by the power of our mind, by the power of our visualization, we move it through the continents, through the waters, through the valleys and the mountains, through the deserts and the jungles. We move it in all areas of her body, not only in the first level, but in all 7 levels of her expression, bringing a cohesiveness of the 7 levels of her. We see it seep deep into the earth, touching the mineral kingdom, touching the plant kingdom as it moves in the great roots, moves along the root system throughout the planet, and advising the consciousness that moves in that root system into the fungi, deep, deep into the minuscule individual cellular consciousness of that root system, for indeed the root system is the root for the animal and the human kingdom. And so with great love and purpose, we move the Aussie Shalom into its most minuscule expression. Deep, 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 deep. And it moves now into the very center core, moving throughout the caverns and the taverns and the caves, moving throughout all consciousness in the earth, in the middle earth, and the layers and pockets of the earth of consciousness beings, bringing in these spaces the Azi Shalom. It is indeed the children of light upon the earth, part of the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, from the realms of the Azi Shalom, that brings in this radiant code of the higher peace. We saturate every nook and cranny. We saturate all pockets, all layers, all expressions of the Azi Shalom. It is powered by the love that we have for the divine and in service to the sacred earth. And it is powerful. And in this cycle, a new cycle of time, we choose the Azi Shalom and open the portal for that light and unconditional love to come and heal, to come and seal the living light, indeed, the divine presence of the Shekinah light, the movement of God in the form of the Azi Shalom. And all are touched by it. All are touched by it. All are touched by it. Totally immersed in the field of peace, a field of peace that stretches out in all directions, emanating from Earth Mother, out into the solar system, from the solar system out into other star systems, and from the other star systems in and throughout our own galactic mother, emanating and radiating the Azi Shalom, the higher peace of the higher heavens, the divine and sacred source. And breathe. And beloveds, as you hold the field of peace, you are immersed in this peace, individually and collectively, as it serves in your mind-heart coherence. Practice regularly in your day-to-day activities. One more time, we use the mind to scan the field of peace upon the earth, within the earth, and beyond the earth, and hold this frequency a few moments more. Azi Shalom, Azi Shalom, Azi Shalom, Azi Shalom. And now the thought comes of our return. And as such, the energy begins to step down slowly. We become aware to draw in our electromagnetic field as others begin to draw in theirs. We look and see the residue of that Azi Shalom frequency emanating throughout the earth and beyond. We now draw in. We remember the mind-heart coherence, the instructions that were given. And we remember this before we go to sleep tonight, to work on other and deeper levels of ourselves, to bring that mind-heart coherence into full expression as we walk a physical, mental, and emotional world. On the count of three, we will prepare ourselves to be back awake and alert. 1, 2, take a deep breath in. And three, we are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.